What a lovely attire you're wearing, and what a lovely background you have. We'd love to know. Well, I don't know whether anybody else would love to know. I would love to know. Where are you?
Thank you.
That's your office? That's
yes,
home,
this is our
home
office. Yes, this is our
office.
building in Belgrade, and this is space, let's say, for networking of employees. Now, in this moment, they're not here, but usually it's crowded.
It looks great. I'm in Belgrade. I might even just come over. Do you have coffee there? Is there coffee there? I might even come over this week just to come, to see you naturally,
coffee
and also
and everything,
and have a coffee over here as well. Right. Listen, I'm going to leave it to you again. Those of you that are with us right now, you have a question, you're curious, you'd like to challenge Maša maybe on what she's saying, or you fully agree, pop your questions in the chat, and at the end we'll have a few, we'll have an exchange of those questions as well. Maša, over to you.
Thank you very much. I hope you can see my screen right now, and you can see that future is calling, right? So I know you know already that, and it's not a news, but when do we pick up? When is the right moment? Today, I'm going to speak about how HR can really navigate business to the future, not only from HR perspective, but also looking into the whole picture of the business. So this is my topic today, and I will tell you how we did it in Generali. So basically, this is part of a case that we did it, since it's not over yet. It's 3-year strategy, so we are just in the first one, but I will guide you through why change, why is needed, when is the right momentum to do it, why HR, how HR can at all talk about business and drive any part of the strategy, how did we challenge the status quo, and then how we did the transformation, how we kicked off strategy, but even more important, how we brought it to the life. So basically, maybe agenda looks big, but it's not. It's like 10 to 15 minutes presentation. So this is us. For the beginning, let's say something about me before I say something about Generali. I'm with Generali almost 15 years, and it's the whole career life, basically. I was born in work here and still there. So I started in HR. I changed many positions within HR department, but now I'm leading the HR plus strategy function. And this is my company. I'm proud to say that we are a very stable, healthy, awarded, successful company. We are second on the market in terms of market share, but we are definitely first in terms of profitability. And it's not only financial data that telling that we are really good in what we do. It's also the non-financial one, where you can see how many people, how much we are diverse, how much we do focus on the diversity and disabilities, on engagement. Our engagement score is 90. So basically, we are very, very good company. And the main question coming right to that point is then why to change? Usually company, when they're going very well and when they make a profit, even grow in profit, and everything is going great, they say, no, just keep it as it is, don't change anything, and let's hope for the best also in the next years. But we were, let's say, brave enough in 2020 to do some analysis and to really see, is the same methods and the same business is going to bring the same profit in the coming years, or something is going to be changed on the market. So basically, we realized internally that we need to boost profitable growth, but not in the same business model, that we need to change our products and services because clients are more aware of insurance, so they have bigger demands, let's say like that, and we have to be faster in problem solving. So we have to really become lifetime partners for our customers. Also, when we looked into our organization, the big traditional company with more than 1,500 people, it's going to be somehow a silo mentality, and we were aware of that. There were unclear and overlapped responsibilities during times with go with the flow method. We came to that point, And we realized that we don't have clear focus. Even though we were the best, we were doing like, okay, give me everything. We are the best in everything. We couldn't select, let's do this and let's stop doing this. So basically we said, okay, maybe it's time to define where to be focused more. Also, external factors help a lot, especially market and COVID and insurance awareness and everything that is related to insurance regulation. But also Generali Group started some digital transformation projects that somehow affected us. And regional HR said something like, okay, you're very mature as an HR function, but maybe it's the time to take the lead and become not only HR function, but to bring a lead in terms of transformation. And we were like, how HR can do it? And then we were start thinking, and then we came to the point. But the paradox is and was, and it's always about, you are making the change and you're starting the change when you have high resources and very good performance, not when you're lack on performance or results are going down and you're missing the resources. Then the flame is already there and it's threatening to burn everything. So we decided that we are in the best shape. We have resources, we have performance, and we are able to do transformation now better sooner than later. How and why HR? Because, okay, it's not only because, it's always something behind. Because change starts with people, and we that are working in HR, we know that not even one thing, one decision can be made or even implemented without having mobilized people. So that's why HR. And also, we are the best in knowing people's skills, abilities. We know the talents. We know the potential of people and organization. So we can cause the triple effect that can later could be spread by the company, and then momentum is even better. So we challenged the status quo in this. Basically, there were three phases. First one was that my team and me, we said, okay, there is some digital transformation program that are coming from the group and the region. We said, okay, we are going to lead that one. And they were like, everyone, okay, they are raising their head, let them do it. But with this digital transformation, HR came into the business. So we realized all the things that are connected with our business model, all the needs and all the rest that is going around. Also, that digital transformation showed us that it's not okay to remain the way we were. So we had to change something in organization. HR should be or is an expert in organization. So basically, then this digital transformation was in 2020, but in autumn in 2020, we said, okay, it's really time to reshape our organization because we see that we are lacking in some clarity. We have overlapping. We did the analysis where we want to be, where we are now. And it was more like fixing the big things that are making some constraints to our business. So we did organizational transformation. We finished and kicked off it in April 21. And basically, then we started to work in a new shape. And then when we survived these big changes, we said, okay, now it's really time to have the strategy, local one. We have the global one because Generali Group is really doing a great job on that part. But for us and people locally, group strategy is like you have to go in north. And we have to see locally in which direction and which path do we use in terms to get there. So we said we need a local strategy, and HR said, okay, we can organize people, we can make the process, and we can do it together. We formed the strategy team because we wanted, let's say, new experts on the topic. And basically then we started through all these phases. I'm not going to read them, but you can see. And then we started to create our local strategy. We did it in the winter, autumn 21. We kicked off this in May 22. So basically now we have a new local strategy and our business is following that already. So we found nice metaphor for this organizational transformation, like a modern, super fast train. And then when we communicated this with our people, we said, come join us train. Let's take a role that you have to have in the future and be part of it. So coming back to organizational transformation, when HR is basically the expert, it was not only building the charts and not only changing the charts. It was really like discussing how to solve the problems and how to reply on some demands also from the market, but also from our people. So we, apart from changing the charts, we tried to boost the quality of each single function. So CRM became Chief Client Office. One part of sales became the whole sales team together under the same distribution cap. HR became HR and strategy, and there are many other things that we did that I didn't want to put here, not to bother. But what was even better, that we have involved more than 100 people, changed their positions, and of course that we had management on board, but not only management, we had people that were involved in creating the new teams and discussing about the processes. So everyone, not everyone, of course, but part of them could feel that they are really making decisions and they are creating our new organization. What I'm especially proud of is 40 talents that were moved and they took at the end the big leading managerial positions. When you are working in HR, it's your dream, right? To imagine an organization that is standing stable, that is clear by all the rules, but having the great people leading it. And this happened to us. When this is done and when we look back, I'm really proud of people that took managerial roles that we discussed and let's say sometimes negotiate with business, but business were very open to see and to accept that young people, not only young, but the best ones, could be the really new leaders of the future. So this is part of organizational transformation. Then we moved to the journey of the strategy. First, we set up the strategy team. It was 3 of us, let's say, plus me. So 4 of us in total. And then we start brainstorming, discussing with business and everything in order to make some methodology that will work for us. These flourish, follow, focus, and these phases are basically our made-up methodology, because we had to find something that is going to work for us in our context, in the time that we have, in the needs that we need to achieve. So basically we created the phases, and then again with hundreds of people we went through all these phases in rounds of discussion, brainstorming, materials, reports, presentation, and so on. And at the end of that story, we finished with kicking off event in May, when we published our document of strategy. It contains, I don't know, around 25 slides, so it's not a lot, but every part of the business is there, and not only business, but also enabler strategies like people strategy, IT strategy, and the marketing one of clients. So basically, we kicked off the document, but even more important, that I would be happy to share with you afterwards, because now we don't have time, is that we described our strategy journey in the special document that contains even more slides. Because when we started this journey, it was like, oh, where to go, how to try, how to start, what to read, what to ask, what to put together, how not to bother people too much. So basically, at the end of journey, we described our journey. This is something that, I don't know, I shared with the region and the group. So everyone who ever wants to try to go to this strategy creation journey can basically read this kind of a map or just inspiration. So I'm happy to share this afterwards. If you write to me or contact me and my team will be happy to do it. So this was our strategy journey. And now when we finish this, we wanted to take a break, but there is no break when you kick off the strategy. So basically this comes to the point of pure HR role. Even though HR is not involved in creating strategy, that I strongly suggest to try, HR comes anyway to the bringing strategy to life, because HR has to organize together with internal communication, cascading. So it's not only having a strategy, it's getting every single person in the company knowing that strategy and understanding how its personal role is related to the big activities or results that we want to achieve. So basically we did a cascading with 1,500 people. We did the alignment with individual goal settings and all other related HR processes in terms to link the personal role activities, goals with the big ones. So we did a lot about skills and reskilling program and upskilling leadership in order to have them all on board, to inspire our people, to talk about same story in the same tone of voice. So we did a lot of things in terms of trainings, and we are still doing this. And communication things like having management monthly meeting completely changed, because we cannot talk on the old way about new things and the new strategy. So basically we somehow initiate the changes of the all other processes that are going to back up the strategy delivering. And where we are now. Okay, we have some achievements that we are very proud of, but from May to November, it's not a long time, so I cannot really say that we are super successful. This was a successful. I hope that it's going in that direction, but I hope that I will say that in 2 years from now. We are following our targets. We are aware of our challenges, because it's not everything perfect. When we kicked off the strategy, some other things in the market, we were not aware that is going to happen. Also, we were not aware how organization will respond for some changes. So basically, we are now aware the challenges that we need to change in order to get there at the end. And we are aware what is next. There is no vacation after this. So we are clear that now we have to transform IT, especially IT. We have to boost capacity for them, because otherwise digital needs that we have cannot match the capacities in this moment. We need to reshape some pieces of organization that are considering sales support processes. We have to fight somehow inflation. I know that is the same fighting for all of us. And okay, in HR, we have to do more on employer branding and talent acquisition. So we know basically what is the next. And this is what we measure real time every month. So at the end, my question to you is, after this story, if not you, then who is going to start transformation in your company? If not now, then when? When is the right moment? When is the momentum for you and your company? So will you? I'm here really to help you, not in this session, but afterwards you can contact me, and me and my team are very happy to share all that we went through, all our documents that we have, and to support you if needed. So I know the time is flying, not only for transformation, but also for my presentation and today's agenda. So I would finish with this. Thank you very much, and I'm happy to hear your questions.
Wonderful, fantastic. Right, okay, I think already we have some questions that have come through. Let's have a look at some of them right now. So here we are. How possible is it for HR to ask for a leading role rather than being a support one? What would you say?
In our case, it was like, okay, new project is coming from the region. We need to set up who is the country leader. And we have some streams. And then I said, I could be, because it was not clear who should be from the business. It could be different people. And then I said, I could do it. And usually people are very overloaded with things and projects and responsibilities. And I think in that moment, it was like, whoever raised the hand could be a good candidate, but no one did it apart. Maybe it was also a luck.
Okay, there's another question here. So again, remember, on Friday we have a C-level day, and they'll naturally be sharing their perspectives with us. But I think this question is regarding that. So Maša, if you could give one piece of advice to HR, but I think it's probably directed towards C-level, on how to become more strategic, what would it be?
One thing that I realized it was the hardest for us is to decide what not to do, what to stop. Not only in HR, it was always the question in processes, but in business, what to give up. And we had many discussions around it. At the end, we had to decide which line of business are strategic and which one are not. And then the management said, but how we are going to tell our people that they are not strategic, because someone is working in this line of business, someone is working in another one. Then we said, but we have to, otherwise everyone is going to run on the same pace with the different goals, and it's not going to be focus again. So basically discussion about what to stop, what to give up, what to delete.
Okay, talking about what to delete and what to give up and take away, another question there. What does HR need to stop doing to become strategic? What would you say?
To become strategic, I think to stop doing, it's maybe to be most of the time around HR processes. I think that HR should go further and to talk with business in order to understand the business logic. So to act as a non-HR. I see this in my HR business partners. They became more business than HR. Sometimes I'm asking if it's okay or not to bring them back. But really to be part of business discussion, to ask to be on business meetings, to ask their business partner to be on team meeting, even though HR is not the topic. So HR maybe sometimes together with business, stop talking about HR and start talking about the business.
Maša, listen, I'm sure again it's another one of those sessions where we could just carry on and you could keep sharing insights and perspectives, and we could keep on listening to you, but unfortunately because of time we can't do that. But listen, while you were talking, I grabbed hold of one of these. This is the HR World magazine. You can find it, obviously those of you that are members of HR World, you have this physical edition, but also you can grab hold of this if you want to. And on the digital edition, just by going to the HR Hall, it's on the platform HR Hall, and you can find that. And guess who I found inside? There we are. Very, very familiar face indeed. There we are. So again, all about you and more perspectives about Maša. Listen, Maša, thank you so much.
Thanks to you.
I hope I get a chance to come over for coffee and see you over there at Generali.
We are waiting for you.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
Right.